Hey guys, you're right. This episode we're just gonna cover the first week of the Premier League being back, and also just a couple more things in regards to our game of the week, and also just the new rules that have been set in. How are we doing, all lads?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Good. Yeah, I'm alright, mate.
Brilliant. Right, we might as well start off where where we're all going to start off. Arsenal, Gav, go on.
We beat Nottingham Forest at home 2-1. Eddie Nketiah with the first goal with a bit of skill, Martinelli to go past get the ball past two defenders, and then Nketiah hit inside, sat down the defender and scored the goal. I think, to be fair, it did come off of a Forest defender, the 10 away from Matt Ryan. The skill, there's two ways to look at it. It's a brilliant skill, but did he mean it for himself to go through, or did he actually mean it to go to Eddie Nketiah? I think
when I first saw it, I thought it was a stumble, like a. Do you know what I mean? When it looked from far away, and then when you've seen it closer up, it looks too precise off the back of his heel to go through.
Yeah, I think it's one of those. If you look at it closer, I think he's tried to do it and he's overpowered it, and it just so happened to go to Nketiah. The second goal came from Bukayo Saka, cutting onto his left and just absolutely rocked it into the top corner. No keeper was saving that, especially Matt Ryan.
Why can no one see what he's going to do?
It's Matt Turner.
Because
I'm not trying to slag him off. Yeah?
It's Matt Turner, no Matt Ryan.
Oh, that's it, Matt Ryan. That's what I said to Matt Turner. I do apologise. They both played for Arsenal at one point.
Hey, sorry. What I meant was, right, he's a right winger who comes on the inside.
Yeah, it's the same question that's been asked of Son, though, isn't it?
Yeah, like, we had... Oh, he's not the same quality. I'm not saying he is, but we had Yarmolenko. He had no right foot. And people just sniffed him out. And I don't understand how hard it is to send Saka down the line. Can he even use his right foot for like an actual cross, not like a drag pack?
He's done a few. But the problem with when Saka does it, it either goes right to the front post or it balloons over everyone. So it really depends. Everyone knows he's best cutting in. He can go down the wings. He has got the pace. He done that a few times against the Forest defender, but the Forest defender stuck to him like glue after the second time. I think that was like one of the only times of the game where the defender actually wasn't on him, and Saka just kind of whipped it in.
You must have
What did you think of the formation?
I said you must hate the fact that Eddie got the first goal. You want rid of him, didn't you?
I was happy at the time, and then I realised, shit, it was Eddie Nketiah.
Eddie Nketiah's gone and scored. I fucking hate him. And then he turns out and nicks the ball.
10 more million onto the price tag right there. Absolutely.
Mate, he's staying. He's homegrown. He's going to stay there. He's going to stay there just to fucking haunt you.
He probably will since Jesus is injured.
Probably the best 14.
The Forest goal, I'm trying to think.
I'd say he's probably the best 14 that's ever played for your club, Gav.
I get on mine. Anyway, the Forest goal, I think it was Iwoni or Elanga took it down the wing. Both of them are flying. Absolutely left. I can't remember who it was in the dust. Fair play. I don't know what Ramsey was actually moaning about, if he's saying that there was a foul or offside. Like, he was just complaining. I thought, if I'm being honest, I thought it was going to end 2-2. If you had
to find fault with that goal, I was watching it. You had to find fault. You don't expect him to do it, but Leandro Trossard should be sliding across to try and stop that ball coming in. There's no excuse for that. Obviously, he's not a defender, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it showed that our team is kind of the same as last season. 60 minutes of good performance, and then we just fall off. Partey was playing right back into a centre midfielder, introverted sometimes. After the 70th minute, he was
called it, by the way.
You did call that.
Yes.
He wasn't poor. He just lost all energy, all legs. And Arteta thought, we'll just keep him on. We'll take... Who was it? I think he said we'll take Eddie Nketiah on and bring Gabriel on. I mean, I don't mind taking Eddie Nketiah off, but when you've got Partey that's actually physically not able to actually run back and stop players, he's not going to do an awful lot.
We had this conversation maybe 2-3 times at the back end of last year. When I'm not saying you bottled it, but when towards Liverpool and then us and
when we
Brighton,
bottled those results, absolutely, yeah.
When you were 1-2-0 up and you started losing the game and losing legs, I said to you, in my opinion, Arteta won't win a league until he gets the confidence not to start bringing centre backs on and fling it into a back five and a back six.
Yeah,
he's still doing it.
I mean, it depends, because I understand what you're saying. I think it depends who he brings off, though. I mean, like that, if you've got Party on, he's physically not able to actually do the 90-minute way he was, but not to a full Premier League player.
Yeah, but that's defence for defence, is what I mean.
What do you mean?
Well, because he brought the sub was Martinelli for Gabriel, right?
It was either Martinelli or Eddie Nketiah. It was one of the two.
But it's a forward for a centre back, is what I'm saying. Don't wrong. Against Nottingham Forest, you're fine. They're probably not going to come back into the game so late. But against the Liverpool, against the Chelsea, or someone that's going to or like a Newcastle who's going to press you that high, you're just gonna be stuck back in within 10, 20 yards of yourself.
Yeah,
he needs to. I know it's an easy thing to say, but in my opinion, he needs to grow some bollocks.
I mean, it seems to be working. I mean, we should have been 1-0 down, to be honest. With Brennan Johnson went through. I'm not one to slate Saliba at all. Everyone knows that, but he was at fault. He's went up for the header. He's not got back into position, and then when the balls went past, he's just sort of went, "Oh, I was supposed to be there," and didn't really do anything. But Johnson should have tucked it away. Ramsdale didn't do enough to put him off. I think it was just rust. I think they said he's been nursing an injury through pre-season, so it might have just been rust, which we're lucky. But if I'm being honest, first half I was quite impressed. Second half, not so much. I think the TikTok I did the other day when the Arsenal fans on about Man City being afraid of Arsenal, it just cements what I was saying. There's no way City can be afraid of us when we're almost bottling games against Forest.
I think you need to take a Bastille as well. I don't know if you watched the City Burnley game, but I thought City was slow as well. I think both of you kind of got into it a bit slow. Nothing wrong with that. You still won. At the end of the day, it's about the 3 points. It's not about anything else, is it?
I think the only thing.
Yeah, but I think there was different qualities. So
I think the only thing I'd be worried about is as soon as they got their goal, Gav, they opened you up 2 or 3 times pretty quick on.
Yeah.
But I mean that could be down to pace though, because they two, the left winger and the striker that they brought on, they were phenomenal when they came on. They were fast as fuck, and it kind of exposed his little
bit. Nuts, isn't he?
But I mean he's held off well. I don't think he's played that bad. I think Timber had an all right game until he got injured, which I'm hoping it isn't a serious injury, because I think he's going to rely on him a bit this season. Like,
I think when he done the tackle just before half time, he held it outside his knee, I think McCoy said. And then obviously he's went down when no one's around him. So it's either something to do with his knee, which finger crossed it's not, and it's just a calf injury. But I think Timber will be really good. But I don't know what it was. He seemed a lot better in the Community Shield. We gave a few passes away in the Forest game. But
he maybe thinks he can step on a bit more because it's a poor team. It's not a good press.
Maybe, which is very plausible. But the funny thing is, he's played for Ajax for years, never got injured. He's played about a game and a half for Arsenal and injured already. It's fantastic.
What do you think about Declan Rice?
That was going to be my question.
I thought Declan Rice done his what's it called? He done what he had to. He played pretty decent.
Stats wise, Declan Rice had a fucking belter of a game.
I thought he was good. He's shown where he's short though. When I mean that, I think 3. Did he not have 4 shots? 3 shots.
3 shots.
I saw it.
He had one where it went straight into Mark Ryan's arms. Yeah, not Mark Ryan.
Were on target, or 2 of them were on target, but none of them were like amazing. And I think he shows. I mean, it could just be playing for us for years, not being able. He doesn't have many shots with us, but I think that showed his weakness. His weakness is just going forward at the moment, isn't it?
Well, there was one where the balls came over the top, and he's went to like volley it, like half body volley it, and he's just hit into the ground. I think, as you say, playing for West Ham, He didn't really get that opportunity to score that many goals and get into those positions. So I think it's just get that confidence up, and he might be able to.
It's hard to do that when you play
But
10 at the back, mate.
well,
It's weird, don't it? I was when I was watching the Forest Arsenal game, I wanted to put it kind of like I didn't realise they were going to use him in a sense of like, you know, in Kante and Sarri, how they try and use Kante a bit further forward, and it wasn't so
Yeah.
much because he'll score like loads of goals. It was also, I don't know if you saw it with Declan Rice, about 2-3 times now, he's grabbing the ball off people from behind and they aren't even realising that he's there.
yeah,
He's done it twice to City with Alvarez and Bernardo Silva when they were caught sleeping on the ball. He's done it a couple of times to Forest. It's high up the pitch turnovers. I think Arteta's looking for, isn't it?
yeah, absolutely. I think there's no point of winning the ball back at our own centre back because you're not going to score goals when you're playing at the back. Absolutely, I think getting the ball higher up the pitch equals more chances. More chances means more goals. One player I do want to actually say I thought actually did have a good game that doesn't get the recognition. Kai Havertz. He didn't really do an awful lot wrong.
Did you?
Yeah, I
I don't
don't
think
think
he
he did
did
an awful
anything.
lot wrong.
I thought he was.
But when he didn't do anything wrong. His passing was good. His dribbling was decent. He didn't get enough opportunities to shoot or to score any goals. So you can't really criticise him on that. The only thing is probably tracking back a bit would be his downfall. But I thought he was pretty decent.
No, but that's
and
why
he's
you
not
have
really been
Partey and Rice
spoken
in
about.
there, innit?
Yeah, I suppose if you're playing him as a false nine as such, we're trying to play the Jesus in between the Jesus role and the Odegaard role, he wouldn't be coming back that much. But I think when Forest started to, as Matty says, bring the subs on, he needed to drop a bit deeper to hold the line a bit. But I thought he played well, and no one's really spoke about him, to be fair.
I don't think he did anything. Like I thought you were going to say like Odegaard. I thought Odegaard had a good game, but I don't really remember seeing
That's just standard
Havertz doing
now.
anything. You say standard? Chill out,
And it's
Jesus.
it's just that. When was the last time he had a proper stinker of a game?
No. But there's having consistency. He was decent. Like out of the two, for attention wise, I'd say Odegaard did far more during the game than Havertz.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is no one spoke about Havertz, even though he had a good game. Everyone speaks about
He won't though,
Odegaard,
mate.
Ben Saka and stuff.
He's an ex-Chelsea player. You know what you need to do to try and get highlighted in an Arsenal team for that. It just ain't going to happen.
Well, yeah.
He needs to actually, maybe, I don't know, score a goal, and then he'll get applauded.
I
Win
think
you
he'll
a game.
score a few if he can get into the box, because we for some reason we just keep cutting the ball back and stuff. That just seems to be our MO at the moment. I think he was decent, to be fair. But
one question, because you put it in our
today.
chat. Joe Cole said apparently Saka had the best left foot bar Messi.
Aye.
What are our thoughts on that?
He's off his fucking nut.
He's a fucking.
I would love to agree with him. I would absolutely love to agree with him, but you just can't.
No.
Do you know what? I was thinking about this, right? I was thinking about this yesterday after you said that he said it. And I came up with about 10 players, let alone in the Premier League, that I think have a better left foot. And then you actually don't need to look any further than Arsenal. I think Odegaard has a better left foot.
I honestly think he's been sniffing a little bit of the fucking bum fizzle juice, because it's a ludicrous comment to come out with. Like, best left foot. Now Saka is good. Don't get me wrong, but to say the best.
But he's no Almiron.
Hey, you know what I mean?
Aye.
It's mad.
If it's being unfair, he can settle down a minute.
It's just mad.
Honestly.
Like, I rate Saka. I think it's wrong. Obviously, I like him. I like him for England. But to have the second best foot to Messi, like, come on. Messi's got liquid gold.
Yeah. I don't agree with it. I think everybody here knows I'm biased towards Arsenal, and normally anything with Arsenal it would be it's right, but you can't debate it. He's just wrong. I think you said it, Jay, when he's doing the West Ham games, he's actually quite good at what he's saying. But jeez, he was not. It's not a comment. It's not a good throwaway comment. It's just so pish, to put it nicely.
Who's your player of the match if you had to pick one?
Martinelli.
Yeah, all right, I'll give you that. That's fine.
I think I can't remember who said. I think it might have been Lee Judges of AFTV. all the time the ball was going down the right, it was Saka, Saka, Saka. Every time Martinelli got the ball, he was going past players, he was making chances. And then when the ball wasn't going to the left, he was coming in, he was drifting into the middle of the park to pick up the ball. And then again, just making chances. He was by far the best player on the pitch, to be fair.
I actually agree, which is a bit annoying.
Mark the
like
time and date.
I hate him. I can't stand him, but he was brilliant yesterday. Right, Newcastle. Go on, Matty. He's been waiting for this.
Is it safe to say we
What
fucking?
happened, son?
Is it safe to say we fucking smashed Villa?
John makes it laugh. I had a bet on Villa.
Did you?
Raging.
More fool you then, eh?
They didn't just get
Absolutely raging.
They got gubbed.
I'll be
Absolutely seen off.
100% honest with you. We played them in the pre-season and we drew 3-3. So I was a bit worried coming in.
You were lucky to draw 3-3, weren't you?
Right, exactly. So with this game coming in, I thought, because Villa's attack is mental, and their midfield's good, and obviously we took the lead 1-0 with Tonali, and then they fired back pretty quick, and I thought, oh, here we go. It's just going to repeat of the fucking pre-season, and I thought it would. It ended up in a draw, but I think we're fucking class. I mean, I wouldn't say we're class. I think what's happened is we've hit them 2-1, 3-1. They've tried to get a result, and we've managed to bag another 2. But I mean, I was quite impressed. There's a few slip ups in defence, I think, but I think that could just be day one, get the first game out of the way. Botman got fucking sent to the shops off Watkins, which I'm not really happy about because Watkins is a bell end. So other than that, I mean, really impressed with Tonali. I thought he was class. Bruno was good. Harvey Barnes was actually class when he came on. He only had 22 minutes and he got a goal.
I was going to say that.
Yeah. Isak was class. I mean, his second goal was unreal. Like, to chip it over Martinez there. But come on then, let's hear it. Slag us off. Go on.
No. Yous were good. Clinical. Aston Villa didn't want to win that game. They were absolutely shit.
Aye. Yeah.
Fucking awful. It's what I said to you in the group chat. That Kamara boy. If you actually look at, I think I watched 75 minutes of it. After the first 15, I watched from then on. I don't think he made a pass.
No.
Every single Won't Diaby made 4 runs down in between your left back and left centre back, and every single time he's flagging that run up, they couldn't go near him.
Mm-hmm.
And Kamara kept on just passing it to fucking your centre back. And there you go, mate. Turn possession over.
That's one thing I did notice. See, when Diaby's on the ball, we shot it. We like surrounded 3 or 4 players around him because one, he is fast as fuck. And I'm actually quite glad he's in the Prem team because I do like him. I liked him at Leverkusen. But when he gets on the ball, I think he's going to punish quite a lot of teams this season, like, because he's just the ball and feet. It's class to watch. But I think we shit the bed.
Is that your weak area this year?
Sorry?
Is that your weak area this year with Dan Burn?
Well, we've brought in Livramento, so I think Livramento will start starting games. And
is he starting now? Is he?
Well, I think so. I mean, I think it was the first game, get Dan Burn out. But we've brought him in for a reason, so I'd like to see him start ahead of Dan Burn and then have Burn there as cover. We've paid 40 million for him. I mean, he should be starting. I do like Dan Burn, but he'll get found out. So it worked well last season because no one really knew how we were going to play, and we managed to actually have him at left back. I mean, where have you ever heard of a 6'9" or 6'8" person at left back?
No.
I mean, boy's got 4 fingers nuts. And he can still do a shift in left back. So, I think I'd like to.
So, Sorry, no, go on.
I'd like to see Livramento come in and have Dan Burn as backup, because again, we've paid the money for him. But I think Botman had a solid game, other than getting fucking put in his arse. I think he had a solid game.
Yeah, that wasn't just putting your arse either, was it?
Well, I'm surprised he's no injured.
His left foot went into his right foot, didn't he?
Oh, mate.
I like how he just fell over. After about 2-3 step-overs, he just went, nah, I'm alright.
Going forward, to be fair, when you bring Livramento in, I'm quite excited to see what it would be like if you play Livramento as a left wing-back and Harvey Barnes together combined in. Because I think Harvey Barnes has got the pace to go past players, but he's really good at just laying the ball off. And I think that could be one of your sneaky pieces to get up the wing and actually get chances into the box. I would be quite excited for that, to be fair.
I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I highly rate Harvey Barnes. I thought he was brilliant when he came on. He was good in pre-season, but I'm a little worried about Gordon because see when that boy's got the ball at his feet and he comes inside, he manages to get past people with ease, but he goes down far too easy, and I don't like it.
I don't rate him.
I don't like him at Everton. I think he's a bit of a bell.
I think that Aston Villa back line's going to get found out. I think he got found out against you lot, to be honest, first week of the season. That's far too high to be playing.
Mm-hmm.
Was it not 2 goals as well caused by that?
Mm-hmm.
And then Ezri Konsa, what was Konsa even doing? Trying to stud roll the ball over.
In the box,
what are you doing?
In the box as well, so close to the goal, and he tries to stud roll it. I mean, fair play to Isaac for catching it so quick and that, and then chipping him. But
yeah,
aye, what are you doing?
but that just epitomised what Eddie Howe's done since being your manager. Hasn't it? Your press doesn't know a goal line. You are just press.
Well, I think
and get the ball whatever means necessary.
Ever since Howe came in, because we never used to play like that, and then obviously when he's came in, we press teams so good that they shit the bed at the back, and it's worked ever since. But no, I was generally, like I said on the video on Friday, I thought it was going to be 2-1 to us, and then obviously we ran away with it. But I think it's because Villa were bad and also trying to chase the game, and then we just kind of just fucking finished it for them.
One thing I don't think Gordon played brilliant, but I think Matty Cash really bloody struggled down that side.
Yep.
I think it was one of our previous videos. I commented on Villa, and I thought they'd be quite interesting because I watched their pre-season game with Brentford, and they looked phenomenal on the counter. They looked brilliant attacking wise. Defending though, it was like the right back to the centre back to the left back were all on different pages. They didn't have a clue what to do. Didn't know where to go up, where to go back, or what. I think you're right. I think that's what they're going to get found out. I think attacking wise, it'll be brilliant.
That was a high scoring game as well. The Villa Brentford was it 4-3?
3-3.
3-3. We finished
3-3. Yeah.
So I think they're going to score goals for fun, but they're going to concede hell of a lot as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, completely.
I don't see why he didn't start Diego Carlos and Paul Torres. That's a great ship.
Mate, he didn't look any better when he came on.
No.
He didn't look any more solid.
He's better than Tyrone Mings.
Hey,
he's went and fucked his ankle now, so
that looks like a bad injury.
He's what?
He went and fucked his ankle now. Do you know over it?
No, it was his knee.
Oh, was it his knee?
The boy, he was in tears, mate. He was crying his fucking eyes out, stomping on the flare and everything. So he's done something like.
That's a shame.
That's a shame.
I don't like Mings.
That sounds sincere, doesn't it?
He's a cunt anyway. I tell you.
Whoa, big C word.
Hey, other people will think the same, so I'm not too worried.
I've got no other opinion on the Newcastle Aston Villa game. I thought you were given an absolute gift horse, to be honest, yesterday. I think you lot were good.
Mm-hmm.
You lot were how good I expected you lot to be.
Right.
You started from the right go.
The thing is, like, we've picked up where we left off, which I'm pretty happy about. But like we're unbeaten in like I think it's 12 games now, and I think over 40 Premier League games we've lost 5, so it's going in the right direction. So it's
of course, yeah.
I fucking love it, mate. It's class to be a Toon fan right now.
Trippier was quiet though, wasn't he?
He done his job, I think. He didn't do anything much more than that. He done his job. But no, it was good to see the new signings. The way Tonali took his goal, by the way. Fuck me.
Yeah. Right, Ben. Do you want to start off West Ham then?
You two look so happy. Just want to say that.
I am. I'm cautious, but I'm happy. Come on,
Yeah, was a good goal.
Best left foot in the world, bar Messi. No, can I just say? I said we've been linked with him last week. I bet he comes and scores against us now, and he did.
Red. I just want to say I called your score prediction. I got it right.
So did I.
1-1, did you?
I said
Did
1-0.
Yeah. Well, I did
Fair
do
enough.
the TikTok predictions, and then it didn't actually. It just kept stuttering at the start, so nobody got to see my predictions. But yeah, I said 1-1 too.
I've got a different opinion. So I've checked highlights, extended highlights, and then I've asked a couple of geezers that I know that went. We played well, by the sounds of it.
So
We played how we're going to play. This is what I said yesterday. Take the possession out of it. Moyes doesn't want more possession. But I think we hit the bar 2 or 3 times. We hit the post, 2 or 3 times. Souček apparently had a blinder outside the highlights. Apparently he had a really good game. Paqueta had an amazing game. The back four apparently looked half solid. Areola looked like he was meant to be there. I don't think we missed Declan Rice against Bournemouth, but I don't think that's a real test either. I think the proper test after seeing Chelsea today will be Chelsea next week.
So I'll agree with you because I watched your whole game. I think yous were actually all right for the team that you've got. Considering that your new player hasn't started yet, I think yous were actually all right. Now Bournemouth, they gave you a game, but I think the biggest thing that I enjoyed to watch was Areola in goal. I thought he was class.
Yeah.
And he should have been there a couple of seasons ago. And let's be serious, Flapianski.
It's about time.
Aye, it is. It's about time, and he suits it.
If you watch the full game, just from the highlights and that I've asked people, Ben Rama apparently is the most frustrating player ever.
So
he looked brilliant at certain parts, and then he gets past people, and then when he tries putting across, he just
he was very off, in my opinion. I don't know if it's lack of fitness or what, but going past people, he's fine. Crosses, he was dreadful, and I feel like getting back as well. He didn't really try, which is a bit of a shame because I do rate Ben Rama. That haircut.
He's a weird one as well. There'll be like, I don't know, say Bowen for instance, just that's the players come to mind. He'll be making a blind of a run, and he won't pass it when Bowen's going in through, and he'll pass it back. Some of these decision making so poor, but I think he was good at Brentford, but I don't know why.
There's a player in there.
Yeah, I don't know why the mentality's changed though. It's like his nerves and his confidence is not there.
One thing I did get told was apparently that whole left side, Paqueta, Emerson, Aguerd, and Ben Rama were apparently all of them were really good. I saw on the highlights it showed 2 or 3 times Emerson and Ben Rama actually playing brilliant 1-2 touch and feeling each other in. I love to see that. Our problem will be Antonio.
100%.
He'll be there in a
I was shocked to see him start, to be honest.
Do you know what, right? I'm going to call this now. I personally think that, I think his name's Mbamba or Mbemu.
Yeah.
A youngster who's had a really good pre-season. Just put him in.
I'm
all right with that.
So Antonio,
if he doesn't finish his dinner, I don't care. Even anyway.
Antonio, I think yesterday was just a spot filler. He never done any. Sorry, it was yesterday. He was just a spot filler. He never really done fuck all. But to mention your goal, as much as I fucking hate Bowen, oh my god, that was unreal.
I want to comment on it too.
That's a vital thing for us. That's a vital thing for us, him starting quickly.
Yeah.
I want to comment on that goal too. That Bowen goal and the Saka goal, quite similar.
Yeah.
To be honest, I
there
think
nothing
Saka's
better
was more
than a finesse far corner.
Saka's was more like to the wider. Bowen's is more central, but they were both amazing. Really were. I like Bowen. I've spoken about him before. I'd happily have him at Arsenal as a centre forward, or even as a backup to Saka. I really like him.
You can suck a big bag of dicks, man, but his goal was class.
No, I'm happy, and let's see what Chelsea brings. But I'm happy at the moment. Ben's not, and that's fine. But I am. I'm trying to be positive. The reason why is I half expected us to go down to Bournemouth to get paced in. And at least when we had the ball, we looked good going forward, which is one of the things we just didn't do last year.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's only after one game, but does it change your perspective of this season of how it can go?
No, the reason why, funny enough, I was going to ask you that about Arsenal, Nottingham Forest. I won't do that until we versed a couple of teams and I have a scattergraph. I'm not gonna, until our first London derby, which is next week. We have Liverpool and City coming up in the next couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
No, I ain't giving an opinion yet. Bournemouth might go down yet. Who knows? They don't know yet.
Yeah.
They didn't look brilliant. Apparently, they kept the ball, but it didn't look brilliant. So
No.
I don't know.
Yeah.
No, it hasn't changed my opinion. I still want Moyes out. I don't want Moyes to be there, but if he has to be there, I still want to play good.
Fucking frustrated me.
I think we'll rip Aston Villa apart though.
Frustrated me.
If they genuinely.
His fucking subs money brought Corney on at like 91st minute.
3 minutes, didn't he?
It pisses me off, man. He's just the
Moisey time. Never mind the Fergie
Really?
time, it's Moisey time.
No, but he's a dinosaur though, because I don't think he realises these new rules. You're not getting the effect of it anyway. You're not slowing a game down anymore, so it doesn't matter.
I think a player like Corney needs I think a player like Corney needs 5 minutes of just being on the pitch to actually start playing. It's weird. It's like he's warming up on the pitch, but when he gets going, he's phenomenal. I think he doesn't get as much time to actually show what he can do. But I think was it Burnley he played for before West Ham?
Yeah.
He was good before Burnley. I really liked him.
He was good for us last year when Moyes decided to play him, and he was fit.
Exactly.
Like I'm not even.
I think as long as he gets the time.
I'm not even a West Ham fan, and it annoys me how he does his sub. I just want to punch him right in the fucking sphincter. Like it does my cunt and punch him right. It's fucking bum fizzle, man.
Don't even need to watch West Ham on a regular occurrence to know exactly who he's going to take off and exactly who he's going to put on.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's what worries me. If say we're going to Chelsea, say Chelsea come to London Stadium at the weekend, they know oddly how we're going to shape up, and they know as soon as they see the team sheet, they know what subs are going to happen in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
So they can plan for that.
Yep.
And that's what does me. He doesn't change his tactic. Yeah. I'll vote over to Matty. Who was the player of the match for you, Matty?
I think I'll go Tonali. Not because it's just his first game, but he just.
What about Tonelli? West Ham game, you mong.
Oh, West Ham. Well, you didn't ask me my fucking player of the match for the Toon game, did you?
Sorry, who's your player of the match? No, sorry, it's Tonali. Right, no one cares now. Go on.
Right, so I'll tell you who my favourite player was of the game if you tell me who's top of the league right now.
Top of the league. Who's your player of the game?
I'd say Tonali. He held the midfield up well, and it's hard because I like Bruno, but him and Bruno next to each other were amazing. But his performance was amazing.
Right, and Matty, because you watched the West Ham game, who was your player of the match for the West Ham game?
Why make me do this?
You're picking him here.
Bowen.
That's a shame.
I said Bowen.
Okay, that's fine. No, so Bowen. Yeah, no, I heard you. Right, we've covered our three. Any other notes? Any other games? A no. I've got a couple. I just want to go around the group.
I want to discuss not long, but I want to bring up Tottenham. They were.
That was one of mine. Okay, go on.
In my opinion, they were dreadful. Now, the reason I'm saying they're dreadful, they had nothing up top. Yes, it was 2-2, but their goals wasn't the best. It was a header from a set piece, and it was just
a run of play, wasn't it?
Aye, exactly. It was a challenge which brought the ball into the centre of the D, and he hit it. They created fuck all, and they looked bad.
Yeah.
It just shows you they already miss Harry Kane.
I thought the only player that looked half decent, actually, and I'm going to eat my own words because about a fortnight ago I said he was shit, but I thought Maddison actually played all right.
I'd say Maddison was the best player in that team. but they were dreadful.
Madsen was riding his luck for being sent off, though. So he got an early yellow and he kept taking the ball and giving referees stick and stuff. He was taking the ball and then going, oh, sorry, there you go, knowing exactly what he was doing. I think you're right, Madsen was the better player on the pitch. Not going to be a popular opinion. They didn't actually look as worse than what they actually did have Kane last season, to be honest.
No, you're right. The whole problem is they don't have Kane now.
Mm-hmm.
Those 2 goals aren't going to come across every week.
No.
Emerson Royale is going to score a banger from outside the penalty area.
I fucking hope not.
Do you know what I mean, though? You ain't going to get 30 goals. To say what, Richarlison, fuck off, son. Number 9, Emerson Royale.
You may as well, Dan. What did Richarlison do today?
Nothing.
Exactly. Fucking plonk him up.
As far as I know, mate, he's still playing at Everton.
Get fucking Victor Wanyama back. Slam him up front.
One thing I will bring up as well, the penalty.
So soft.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. It's never a penalty.
Nah.
Like, don't get me wrong, there is contact, but there's not enough.
It goes down doing that. You know what I mean? But like, it ain't a penalty.
There's not enough contact to get sliding though. If that, like, he's kind of like, he's delayed the reaction, then went, oh, that was a bit like, yes, there is contact. But there's not enough to actually go down. But then again, it comes to this argument: if he didn't go down, he doesn't get the penalty, or does he?
That's because it isn't a penalty.
No, but you know what I mean, though.
No, I get what you're saying, but that argument's flawed because it wasn't a penalty in the first place.
I don't think it was a penalty either, but I'm just saying an argument.
No, I know, but it's meant to be a contact sport. The geezer has clipped the guy's not even standing leg. He hasn't even clipped.
No, to be fair, he has caught him, but not nearly enough for him to set him to the floor.
If that's called against Arsenal, you're raging.
Yeah.
I was raging. It was given the day. No, it wasn't. I was actually happy because it was against Spurs. I thought it was the other way around. Son. I don't know what Son was doing tracking back all that way, to be honest.
He's a captain now, mate. He needs to, put in the yards, box to box. He was quiet though as well, actually.
I think
he was
shit. Killed his career at Spurs. Kane leaving, Son's going to have to step up majorly.
They just didn't look good at all, in my opinion. I thought they were dreadful.
What about Brentford? Bear in mind, they're my underachievers.
Wissam Buemo class. Really good.
I don't know if it's just because it's Tottenham, but Brentford usually have a good game against Tottenham. So I don't know if it's they looked good because of that fixture. But it's just Brentford. They managed to get goals and they managed to see out games. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I think while Tony's out, Mbeumo will have a good goal scoring season. So he'll be taking the penalties now. He'll be the one. He's actually got a bit of pace about him. Him and Vissa playing off each other, I think will be really good. I think they'll be very dangerous. Just one over the top ball, in behind. It'll be dangerous for everybody. Arsenal, West Ham, maybe not City because they seem to just have pace demons at the back. But yeah, no, I thought Brentford actually played really well against a poor Spurs side. But if you watched them at pre-season, they were shit. They didn't do anything, and then they came in. Don't know if it was just because they were back at home or what, but they actually played pretty decent.
One game I want to bring up as well. The only other game I want to bring up, actually, I think it's just because it's just finished. It's Liverpool-Chelsea was an absolutely brilliant game.
Mm-hmm.
It is so refreshing to not see 17 centre-backs on and 2 holding midfielders on. They had no holding midfielders on, about 2 centre-backs each, and they just went end-to-end. I am looking forward to watching Liverpool and Chelsea this year. They both look class.
Liverpool looked really good. That Dominic Sausages looks class.
Szoboszlai.
Eh?
Szoboszlai.
Twice. No, I'll stick with Dominic Sausages. Because I obviously that's just he looked good. McAllister had an alright game. He looked good on the ball.
Yeah, surprisingly so as well, being so deep.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I was going to say this. Do they need a holding midfielder, Liverpool?
No, after that
No.
performance.
No, I don't think they do.
When I mean is McAllister sits a bit deeper, right? And then Trent comes in anyway now.
Mm-hmm.
Did they need one?
No.
I don't think they need one.
No.
Well, what the commentator said during the game, I don't know if anybody else picked it up. They're on about bringing in another holder and letting McAllister push up higher up at the pitch. So I'm not too sure.
So what happened today was it was Gakpo, McAllister, and Soboslai, wasn't it? And McAllister was was the holder out of the three. I think what they want to do is they want to replace Gakpo, put him up front instead of Jota, and then put McAllister, Soboslai, and then a holder, a single pivot holder. So like what's that geezer called from Southampton? Lavia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's their idea, innit?
It was nice to see Reece James be the Chelsea captain for 70 minutes, though. See who gets
And then Ben Chilwell.
See who gets it next week.
It'll be out another 6 months now.
And then Thiago Silva.
Yeah,
To pass the captains, man.
exactly.
I thought Ben Chilwell had a good game. And Enzo Fernandez, actually.
Aye.
He was surprising.
Mm-hmm.
I've got Jackson in my fantasy football team because I saw him do really good in pre-season and he's done absolutely naff. But there we are. Clearly they can't all impress like West Ham does.
I think early on into the game, I can't pronounce his name because it's like a countdown conundrum. That boy almost...
Him?
Possibly. He almost took somebody's, I think it was Konate's head off.
Mm-hmm.
Very early on, high boot. He's lucky it caught him shoulder below.
Mm-hmm.
I reckon if that's any higher, it's a straight red.
Well,
that was almost a really bad challenge.
Manny done it to Ederson, didn't he? And got a straight red.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is the Jackson handball in the penalty area?
Nah, it's too close to his body. I don't think that's a pen.
I'm not too sure. I can't really remember it now, to be honest. So I'm not going to have an opinion on it.
I think it's a pen. Handball's handball. His hand was out the side of his body. It's hit onto it. It's not like he was structured up. I get what you're saying, Matty, but if they go over last year, what I mean is if that's going to be the new standard, that's fine. I'm all right with that. But if you go off last year, we've gone back to the wish-washiness.
Mm.
That's not handball. And then what happens next week if one gets called like that?
Right, yeah.
Well, there was a penalty shout, and I think it was Thomas Frank was not happy. Not Thomas Frank. Whoever's at Nottingham Forest, Cooper. He wasn't happy because it was
Declan Rice.
I think it was Declan Rice handball.
Yeah.
I think it was either a free kick or a corner. He's jumped up, but he's turned. But this hand's come over and it's clipped his hand. And I think Ramsdale's then went and caught it. But because it was so close to his arm, VAR couldn't intervene. But I don't know why they couldn't intervene. It was weird. I don't know. They didn't really give a statement on it. But Cooper was not happy. The ugly monster that he is.
We might as well move on to that. The general new rules, I think, were followed almost all games. I called it after the first kickoff. Michael Oliver needs fucking shot.
Mm-hmm.
He's useless. Absolutely
got no
useless.
bottle at all.
I'm not just having a look at Arsenal. I'm not just having a look at Arsenal here. Nottingham Forest as well. But if you look at your, I think in the 93rd minute, the camera actually swung over to the Arsenal dugout. You got three geezers sitting there talking to the fourth official.
Mm-hmm.
I think it got to a certain point in the game and they just sort of went, "Oh, we've been doing it all game. We're just going to stand here," because we had our assistant and then we had our free kick specialist there and it's like
it's just nuts.
Cooper was standing next to his for about 2-3 minutes as well. The camera even panned on them, but they're standing there whispering in his ear and that.
Well, the cameraman, the commentator said he kept on nudging over towards Steve Cooper. Then he realised he could just walk over there. Spoke to him for about 5 minutes, and then the fourth official went like that, and he moved back. But you're like, where's the other cards?
It's the fourth official's job not to be like ref.
Pretty much.
Like, look at
the fourth official. Yeah, they're in their ear going, by the way, because that's the whole thing, right? So like, if I'm trying to think who's done it this weekend.
It was Ryan Mason, and Noseguard. They both got booked today because they went into the box.
But the ref hasn't seen that. No. The full official's seen that and gone, hang about.
Was it after there was a little scuffle, apparently?
I believe it was
I think they
because
just
it
had a
went on
bit
the
of a
ball.
verbal joust, didn't they?
But then they did shake
I
hands.
thought it was.
I don't know.
I thought they had a bit of an argument. I think it was just after the penalty, was it not? Or it was leading up to something.
Mhm.
They both had a bit of a go at each other.
One thing as well is I'm going to pick on the Arsenal game again. I think.
Go ahead.
No, only because it started it off. I didn't really see a lot with City Burnley. City Burnley was all right actually, but the Arsenal Forest game kind of tested. Don't kick the ball away. Pick it up and walk away with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
it's
Michael
the
Oliver
same.
didn't bring it up. And then Saturday night, Sunday morning, all the Sunday games, people are just doing that now, as if it's kind of like a loophole.
Yeah.
Like as you said, Madison, I think got away with about 4 times.
Yeah.
Basuma kicked it away. Robertson just kicked it away, I think, twice against Chelsea just now.
Mm-hmm.
It won't be upheld. It's not going to
Who
be
was
upheld.
it? It was in the Spurs Brentford game. Why did I think it was Basuma or Davison Sanchez? There's been a foul committed, and he's just poked the ball through the player's legs while they're both on the ground. Referee's standing there, looked at it, and he's walked up to Basuma, or it was one of them, and went, "That's your warning." No, it's not your warning. That's your yellow. That's the new rules. Like, where they need to come out, because we've had what it's meant to be, but they need to come out and go if it's been slightly changed or not, because it's all the shit.
One thing I will say though is if you've all watched the games, you probably already heard it. I haven't actually listened to I haven't watched the 90 minutes this weekend without the commentator and the co-commentator moaning about the new fucking rules.
Mm-hmm.
They've all done it or made a verbal joust about it. Peter Drury just did it. 11 minutes. 6 minutes. That's pretty mundane for this season.
Yeah.
What do you want then? Do you just want a time waste?
Yeah.
I want to spend 85 quid in a football game and watch 55 minutes of it. Fuck off.
Aye.
Yeah. It was weird though in the Brentford Spurs game, because it was like the 44th minute. I try and calculate it now to see how close I am of getting it. I was like, yeah, it's only going to be 4 or 5 minutes.
It's 11 first.
And they went, it's 11 minutes. And I'm like, how is it 11?
Fair
Like, the VR didn't take that long.
Yeah.
And there wasn't really that much else. So I don't know how it was that like, but then it worked out the other way as well. So there's only 4 minutes at the end of the game. So I suppose it doesn't matter.
Thing is though, if it's given, it's given.
Mm-hmm.
It's by VAR. It's actually apparently it stopped started in VAR, so they do it to the letter. So what's the problem?
I don't have a problem with it.
Varane came out.
Oh, what, me?
No, mate, no. What I mean is, what's the problem? So like, we're all fans here, right? And I don't think any of us have a problem with the new time rules. But Varane comes out and goes, "Oh well, it's all about not consulting the players and like adding more time and more games." No, we ain't adding more time on. We're reclaiming the time you've taken from us by time wasting. You get paid, not being horrible, I don't want to use that argument. You get paid like 300 grand a week, mate.
Mm-hmm.
To kick the ball about for 90 minutes. Make sure you kick the ball about for 90 minutes. Is that too hard to ask?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. I don't see why I was moaning.
I just moaning because he
It
can,
just
mate.
seems like a
Do you know what it is, mate?
It just
'Cause he
seems like a
hasn't played
typical
full
Man
season in
United
about
player.
7 years. That's his moan.
I actually really liked the time being added on. It was quite refreshing to actually see that was actually happening rather than the other rules not before. But then I said in the group chat as well, was it just Michael Oliver not following it, and were we going to see the rest of the games actually handle them a bit better? I think we did. I don't know if it was just Michael Oliver or not, but there were some officials that actually stuck to it and went,
Yeah, it's a weird one though,
book
right? 'Cause
7 players if I need to.
who just done that game? The Chelsea Liverpool game wasn't Bob
Anthony
Madden,
Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
Was it? He pretty much done the letter of the law.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think you'll
Well,
go by like the third or
did he
fourth
not
game.
do the Community Shield as well?
Oh, I don't know.
I think Anthony Taylor done the Community Shield as well, and with that followed the rules. So it
That
seems
does mean
like
though,
he's
like
the one doing it.
Michael Oliver's meant to be he's down as the best referee in England, right? He goes to the World Cups, he goes to the Champions League. No, he does though. He goes to the Champions
No,
League.
he does,
He
yeah.
goes to all these events in the Premier League, and he can't even follow his own fucking rules.
Mm-hmm.
It's baffling. Like, there's no... And you know what I wish they would bring in? Is that we could hear the communication between ref and VAR. even if it's just like a little clip after the things happened, because you see the replays of the event anyway. If they could just be like, this is why it's been reviewed and this is why it's been given, class, then there's no any humming and hawing about it. It's there and where you're hearing it, you know what's being said, rather than the unknown. I wish they'd bring that in. I think it would make a lot less arguments in the football world, to be honest.
He just bottled it on the pitch, didn't he, Michael Oliver? I don't want to dig into him too much, but he just bottled it on the pitch.
Yeah.
It's like he wasn't wanting to do it. It was like he disagreed with it and just made a point of not doing it.
Someone done it in the first half. I think an Arsenal player kicked the ball, or a Forest player kicked the ball after a foul was committed, right?
Mm-hmm.
In maybe the first 10, 15 minutes. He's kicked the ball and then straight away looked at Michael Oliver, I think, thinking, fuck, I'm getting a yellow here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he's done nothing. He just walked away, and you're like, well, if I'm going to get away with it once, I'm going to get away with it the rest of the times.
I'll tell you what, I'm not a big fan of Anthony Taylor, but fair play to him for actually sticking to this rule. McAllister was looking for that yellow, and he's even went, where's the yellow? And he just went, all right, there you go. I think McAllister was lucky to stay on as well, because that reaction could have been taken two ways. He was very hit up.
Next week or the week after, I think they'll go even stricter, the referees. I think they have to, actually. I think they've given away quite a lot of second yellows that they could have given for dissent.
Yeah.
Just gone, no, you know what, it's first week, fair enough. We'll give you one yellow. Give you one opportunity, 190 minutes now to acclimatise. Next week, you do it, you're off, mate. See you later.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think any manager was sent off either, was he?
No, just
No.
No, was a manager booked?
Even Arteta wasn't booked.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know how he wasn't. I love him to bits, but he is so vocal. And even when he's asking the question, he looks like he's about to start on somebody.
Mate, he was outside the technical area half the time. Was that not a yellow as well? Or did I just imagine
No, it's a yellow as well.
No, Arteta never got... Yeah. Did Arteta... Oh, no, sorry, yeah.
No.
Sorry, I thought you said, did he? Yeah, I think it is a yellow. But
he's literally...
I said in the group chat,
right? Sorry, say with Poch, right? I don't know if you saw it. One of the clearances, I think Liverpool or Chelsea did. Poch has literally touched it about a millimetre after it's gone out and controlled the ball. You're like, get in your fucking technical area.
Yeah. I find it... I don't know if they've changed it or not, but when we covered it in one of our latest videos, it was one manager or coach can be in the box at once. Now it's one can stand at the front and one can stand at the back.
I asked about this for the Arsenal Forest game to Ben when we were watching it. I didn't know that was a rule.
No.
I thought it was just you're not allowed in the box at the same time.
I think it was either Ali McCoy or whoever was doing it with him. That they clarified, because it kept panning to it and they went, oh, you'll see the Arteta's at the front and you've got the assistant at the back, and it was we Alps. It was weird. I don't know if I like that or not. I understand why you have it, because obviously Eddie Howe and his coach were always together. They always bounce off each other. But what's the point of one standing at the back and one standing at the front? They may as well just stand next to each other, because you have somebody's box that's massive, and then you have the other one that's fucking tiny.
West Ham. West Ham, they need to use telephone cups to speak into, I think, on the way through, or walkie-talkies. Fucking nightmare. It's about a quarter of a mile from the seats.
Oh.
Not that Moyes listens to anyone apart from himself anyway.
Say, there's no point in giving Moyes fucking advice.
Bell end. Right. Anyone else want to recap the weekend?
I will preview, because there's still one game left. Man United Wolves. How do we see this one playing out?
Mate, United are going to fuck Wolves.
It's Man United. I couldn't give a fuck about them, mate.
Is it Old Trafford or is it Molineux?
Old Trafford.
Old Trafford.
Is it? I think that'll be a whitewash. I think United will probably do 3-4-5-0 or something.
I think whitewash.
I think it'll be interesting. Sorry, Matty.
The thing is, obviously, because I'm a football fan and that, I'll watch it, but I can't stand watching Martinez or Fernandes. Or
They'll get found out this year though with this conduct thing.
I hope
depend on who that referee is this year.
I hope so.
That's what I'll be watching tomorrow to see if that's actually picked up on and actually followed to the letter of the law.
At the end of the Chelsea-Liverpool game, Neville about 2-3 times brought up the players going off for 30 seconds minimum when having an injury and getting treatment. You know why he's bringing that up? Because that is number one what United do to waste time.
Mm-hmm. I like it. I don't see a problem with it.
Mate, no one does apart from players.
Yeah,
and
because they don't need to waste time anymore.
Really
they don't get an easy ride.
Yeah.
If you actually are injured, you're happy to get that 30 seconds of just if it's like cramp or something, you've got 30 seconds to kind of get it out your system and then off you go. It's the shit ones like Martinelli, Jesus do it all the time, where they'll just go down and they'll go, my knee. Then when the ball's being played, they're, I'm actually fine now. Everything's brilliant.
It's the same signature. Oh, I'm hurt. Has to do the fucking
No, you need to open up a bit more. It's like a whole 4 fingers, like, yeah.
That's how you know he's properly fucked, mate.
Oh, Timber didn't do it, so we're all good.
Yeah, no, you can tell he was fucked, mate. He was limping.
He stopped. The ball was coming to him. It was like he just
fell over like a log.
I really thought that the ref, Mike Oliver, was just going to go, play on, Nottingham Forest in 1-on-1. I honestly thought he was just going to.
Himself.
No,
not Gary Neville, sorry, Gary Lineker and shit himself, sorry. Right, that's fine, lads. Well, if that's everything. There'll be a couple of videos up during the week and a couple of shorts, probably, because a couple of things to talk about. There's no midweek games, is there? Apart from tomorrow, which no one cares about United.
Yeah,
so.
no,
just the lower leagues.
Friday, I think.
Yeah. Who have you all got next weekend? Sorry, one thing probably to cover.
We've got Crystal Palace on Monday.
We've got City.
Oh.
Is it the Etihad or is it
I think it's away.
I'll double check for you.
Right, okay. We'll probably do a bit of score predictions later on this week. Then we've got Chelsea, so we know that's going to happen. We don't win London Derby, so we haven't in the last 2 years.
I'd like just to phone in sick for the next podcast. Cheers, boys.
It's because he's called Bowen Man of the match. That's what it is.
Nah, fuck off, man. I don't like it. He's a smelly, fucking, fast, fucking, bum fizzling, fucking scruffy fuck. But he scores good goals.
He's just better than Almiron. He's just better than Almiron, isn't he? By a country mile.
The smiley Sheldon.
Oh.
That's what he is now. I can't get it out of my head.
Oh, Almiron, absolutely.
Hey, please fuck off. He's the best Paraguayan ever.
Is he?
No.
I didn't know that.
Name another one, Matty.
Sheldon.
He's Australian, not Paraguayan.
Little Miggy.
Right, lads. Thank you very much. Go and enjoy your Sunday nights, lads. This will be up on Monday, and please like and subscribe because it'll make that little man smile.
Yep.
So, exactly. Yeah, top of the league. Oh wait, no, they ain't. It's Newcastle.
Hey!
Cheers, lads.
We're by far the greatest club.